I was cutting my cake when my mother leaned toward my father. Not enough for anyone else to hear, just enough for me to feel it. "While everyone's here," she whispered, smiling like frosting could hide rot, "tell your son to go change the locks at her apartment." Her fork didn't pause, neither did her smile. My brother looked at her, then at my father, then at me. He nodded once, left his jacket behind. The room kept breathing. Laughter, plates, candles trembling in recycled air. Someone clapped for me. Someone asked me to make a wish. I watched the doorway like it might confess something if stared at long enough. An hour later, my brother came back. His face was wrong, color drained, jaw tight, eyes unfocused, like he'd seen something that refused to be unseen. He leaned down to my mother. "Mom," he whispered. A pause. The word cracked. She dropped her fork, metal against porcelain, loud, final. That was when I knew this dinner wasn't for me. It was a setup, and I was the last person invited to understand it. I didn't ask questions. I watched. That's what I've always done. Stay still long enough for people to expose themselves. My wife wasn't at the dinner. She had a migraine. She'd had a lot of those lately. Always after I came home early. Always before I asked anything real. My mother avoided my eyes. My father drank too fast. My brother couldn't stop washing his hands. No one said her name, but everything circled it. Later that night, I lay beside my wife, listening to her breathe like sleep owed her something. Her phone lit up once, face down, silent. I didn't touch it, not yet. Betrayal doesn't scream, it rehearses. I thought about the apartment, the one I paid for, the one she said she needed space in, the one my brother had just visited. The silence was confirmation enough to start counting. Days, lies, patterns. I remembered how my mother looked at me during the toast, not guilty, protective. That hurt more. I became gentle. That was the first move. Gentle men are invisible. I pulled phone records under the guise of fixing a billing error. I downloaded backups she forgot existed. I watched security footage from the apartment building, time-stamped, unromantic, honest. I learned schedules, rituals, names, not strangers, family. My brother had a key, had always had a key. The locks weren't broken, they were familiar. I kept smiling, kept asking how her head felt, kept attending work meetings and sending birthday thank you texts. Inside, I built a timeline so precise it felt surgical. No rage, just assembly. When I finally requested a DNA test, routine, insurance-related, framed as paperwork, no one questioned it. Why would they? They assumed I was still the same man. That was their mistake. The results arrived on a Tuesday. Plain envelope, no drama. I opened it alone, confirmed what my body already knew. My son wasn't mine. He was my brother's. I didn't sit down, didn't shake. I folded the paper once, clean, careful. That night I placed it on the kitchen table between us. No words. She read it, then read it again. Her mouth opened, closed, opened. "I can explain." "I know," I said. That stopped her. I slid over another sheet. Photos, dates, footage. Her hands trembled. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. The next weekend I hosted dinner. Same table, same plates, same smiles. My brother sat across from me, couldn't meet my eyes. My mother watched me like she used to when I was a child, waiting to see if I'd survive the fall. Midway through dessert, I stood. "I changed the locks," I said calmly. "Everywhere." Silence. I also filed amended documents, custody agreements, financial separations. I looked at my brother. "He already knows," I said to my parents, "and so does everyone who matters." My wife cried. My brother broke. I felt nothing. That was the victory. I don't hate them. Hate is still a connection. I moved out quietly, left what wasn't mine, took only what was proven. I see my son now and then. He asks why things changed. I tell him the truth, gently, that adults make choices, and choices leave marks. Somewhere inside, something in me locked itself permanently, and for the first time in years, I slept, because betrayal only wins when it owns you, and it doesn't own me anymore.